Hi creative friends! Watch me recreate my old paintings. I'm starting a new series on this channel about recreating my old paintings. If you're new to my channel, hi! I'm a teaching artist and educator, and I have an online shop where I sell stationery and lifestyle goods. I did my first 100-day project in 2017 and I painted 100 days of watercolor wreaths. I decided to do a 100-day project because it hadn't been quite a year since I started watercolor and I really wanted to challenge myself and to see my skills improve. If you scroll back on my Instagram page far enough, you'll see my original paintings. The project started in April 2017 and I started learning watercolor I think August 2016. Many of you know by now that I actually started learning calligraphy before watercolor. So I began learning watercolor because I wanted to enhance my calligraphy projects. Little did I know that watercolor was going to quickly overtake my life. And since then, I've done another 100-day project, and that was 2 years ago. And I did it all through my live streams, so definitely check out that project. And every time I do a 100-day project, I learn so much about myself and I can really see my growth as an artist. This year, instead of doing another 100-day project, which kind of sounded intimidating to me, I'll be honest, I thought about recreating my old paintings. And it was partly inspired by when I did my watercolor fruit and vegetable wreaths a couple years ago. And during my original 100-day project, I had also painted fruit and vegetable wreaths. And I remember even back then, I saw a big difference in my skills and just style as an artist. So I thought, why not go back even further and just do all of those paintings? So I want to start off by saying that when I say recreate, you might be thinking, oh, I'm going to make a replica of the original painting. I don't want to quite put myself in that box, but what I really mean is that I want to be inspired by and use the original painting as like a launching point. So in some cases, I might replicate it in my current style and growth and skill as an artist. But for some of them, I might take pieces that are somewhat inspirational, or I might take the main subject and then just do something else with it. The idea is to, kind of look at what I've done, appreciate it for what I was able to achieve at such an early point in my art journey, but then to also kind of remix it. Sort of. I also wanted to start this series because I wanted to encourage any of you that might be beginners. And you might be feeling like, ugh, I'm never going to get better. It's taking a long time to improve. Or you might just not feel very happy with the paintings that you're creating. And I totally get it because I was there too. So I want to show you what my original paintings as a beginner looked like, and then to also show you how my style has evolved and how I would paint them now. And again, not necessarily replicating them or duplicating them, but rather, just being inspired by it. I hope you enjoyed this series because I think I definitely will. I also don't have a lot of the original paintings anymore, which is actually kind of sad now that I think about it. I sold a number of the originals back when I had my Etsy shop, like again, years ago. And then some of them, I think I made a few of them, I think I gave away because they either like loved it so much or I felt like it would be such a perfect gift for them. So again, it's kind of sad that I don't have the originals, but I do have the original photos that I took, and I made sure to scan all of them before I gave them away or sold them. So at least I have that. Back then, I was also under a different business name, Things Unseen Designs. So a lot of the photos that you'll see, or maybe even the videos, will have that watermark with that business name. So don't be confused. Things Unseen Designs and Audrey Design are one and the same. So again, I'm not quite sure how this series will unfold, but I'll definitely do, update videos and check-in videos and then a recap video all the way at the end, just so you can see, like how I'm feeling through this whole process. But I have a feeling that I'm really going to enjoy it and again, learn more about myself through the process. After all, I'll be painting 100 more paintings. One of my goals for this year was to also sell original paintings, so I can see myself possibly selling some of these as well. So if that's something that you might be interested in, let me know in the comments. So let's go ahead and look at day one. So day one was this really simple leaf wreath. And I think at that time, again, I was really obsessed with painting leaves. So let's get into it. So I have my watercolor paper, I have a stencil. I'm going to draw a small-ish, maybe medium-ish circle. Now, in this series, I'm not aiming to perfectly recreate. It's about looking at what I've already painted, kind of being inspired by it, and I probably will change the composition. I'll probably change the colors. Like I want to be able to be pretty free about those choices. So yeah, so this project series is more about just kind of paying homage to my old paintings, not necessarily recreating accurately, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've got my circle. I'm going to use my round size 6 brush. I like in my original painting how the leaves are so juicy and wide. So I'm going to place my original painting just up here in this corner so you can kind of see where the inspiration is coming from. But I'm just going to freely paint, have some music on in the background, just so I can kind of focus on what I'm doing here. So I'll see you in a little bit. And then after I'm done, I'll come back and kind of share about my process and my thoughts behind the painting. This was so satisfying to paint. So first, when I saw the old painting, I immediately smiled because it reminds me that leaves and flowers were one of the first things that I painted and truly fell in love with. And to this day, I still enjoy painting leaves and flowers. One of the things that I liked in the old painting was that I had a variety of green hues. So I'm pretty sure I mixed different colors to get them. I like that they were all just a little bit different. So I wanted to incorporate that color shifting in this wreath. Now, one of the things that I think a lot of beginners struggle with, and me too, because I was a beginner back then, I think one of the things that we struggle with is that when we're painting like small elements like that, we tend to put things like right next to each other in a sequential order, and none of them ever touch. You know, like we're too scared to put elements right next to each other. So that's exactly what happened in the old wreath. Like all of the leaves have its own space. Like I perfectly drew the branch around the circle so that all the leaves are coming right out of it. So one of the things that I've learned and grown in style over the years is to really make the shape a lot more organic. So having the stems a little bit shorter and having them facing, slightly different angles, and also having the leaves coming out from different angles. I think something else that, I've improved upon is incorporating different values. So you see a lot of, darker values in some of these leaves up here, and then some of the lighter values down here and sort of spread out through here too. So that just makes your painting a lot more interesting to look at. It also creates a movement in your painting so that your eye knows what to follow. So yeah, what do you guys think? The old one versus the new one? Where do you feel like I've improved? How do you feel like my style has evolved? I hope you'll tune into this series of me recreating my old paintings. Stay tuned for day 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to see how, we all start from somewhere, that I was a beginner too at some point, and this is what my paintings looked like. There's nothing to be bashful or embarrassed or ashamed of. And you can just see that with, dedication, with discipline, and with practice, you can see progress. Don't get me wrong, I love this painting in 2025, but I'm also proud of myself for the painting in 2017 because those were some of my hardest years. And I remember that painting was really my escape and a way to express myself freely. Is it the most advanced looking painting? No, but I know to me it means a lot. So I hope you'll tune in for this series, and I hope it's an encouragement to you, knowing that, we are all beginners. We all start from somewhere, and that there's room for improvement, and to be kind to yourself. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Leave a leaf emoji in the comments if you like this video. Make sure to also push like, and I'll see you guys next time.